I'm just going to start by saying that this is not professional advice. This is not coming from an accountant or somebody with financial background, like financial professional background. This is coming from a girl to a girl, a woman to woman. These are financial recommendations that I personally, from one woman to another woman who is trying to grow wealth, trying to get financially free, who's at that point in her life that she's thinking about the next thing with her finances, thinking about how to get, educated, thinking about simple, easy ways that she can actually stack up her money, right? That's the kind of conversation that we're having today. And on this channel, in every other financial videos that I have spoken about, I have given this disclaimer because I think it is very, very crucial for you to understand. This is just like girl to girl, like what I see that is working, what I have tried that has worked, what I recommend you do, especially if you don't have the most financial literacy, especially when you don't have the bulk of financial background, you're not very vast in that world, but you really want to get into that world. You really want to understand how to manage your finances. That's the type of conversation I have on this channel. We don't know the technicalities of things. We don't know the big grammar when it comes to managing finances or getting into the investment world. However, we do a little something based on the knowledge that we have, and I just want to share that. Okay, I'm gonna give you 5 financial investments. This is suitable for every woman, every girl trying to get their money together, looking for the best next thing, looking for an extra source of income, looking for future security financially. This is that video for you, okay? But before we jump right into the video, if you've not seen my face before, never heard my name before, hi girl, welcome to the channel. My name is Lucy. On this channel, I create self-development, self-improvement videos. It's sprinkle of lifestyle here and there, so you see behind the scenes. I highly recommend that you subscribe. We have a good time. I'm not just saying that, we absolutely do. I also make videos on TikTok and Instagram, pretty much the same style of content, but quick couple seconds to a minute type think pieces. Highly recommend that you follow me on there as well. You will have a good time. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Jumping right into the first thing, I have seen this, I have heard this, personally tried this. I am a testimony when it comes to this. I've heard so many people talk about how gold is rising in the market right now, and for the longest time, look, let me even take it back a little bit. Since I was a child, my mom, my aunties, older women around me, one of their best ways to invest their money is to buy gold. I didn't understand why at the time. Obviously, I was a child. I didn't know anything about finances and building wealth and preserving wealth, financial stability. I just thought it was a thing of, prestige, power, some type of pride, to have gold as a woman. And if you're Nigerian, maybe African as a whole, you know that this is something that the older generation used to do for a long time. You know that your mom had different gold necklaces, rings, bracelets. It was part of the culture for the most part, right? One of the things that I learned down the line when I started understanding why my mom and her friends and her sisters and everybody would do this, I saw the resale value when the time came, because there are so many times where I would see people around me switch out the gold. Maybe they're tired of this design, there's a new design in the market, they take the old ones, they sell it, they get new ones, and that really stuck out to me. And since that time, I always had it in my head for gold. If I couldn't do real estate investment, if I couldn't afford big investment, the first thing that came to my head was to buy gold. Whether I buy it in bracelets or necklace, that's my thing. I typically don't buy earring. I'm not crazy about earrings when it comes to gold, but I know definitely that also could be part of an investment for you if you like gold earrings. But one of the reasons why I just never bought gold earrings a lot, I think I just have one. I could easily lose them, and I switch my earrings out a lot. If you don't know what to do with your money, money is just sitting there. You don't know how to make it go up, even if it's just 1%, buy gold. Instead of owning 100 wigs, instead of owning 50 wigs, just get a few essential ones that you absolutely need on a day-to-day basis, and just use that money to buy gold, no matter how small. Even if you start with like the lowest gram, lowest carat, just buy something. Buy something that would actually be worth your money and appreciate over time. It's definitely a long-term investment that can preserve your wealth. I highly recommend. Now, second financial investment that I think is absolutely necessary, especially as a woman in 2026, is investing in skills that can increase your income. Now, there are a lot of things that you can do. And one thing I would let you know is we're all blessed, especially as women. Oh my God, we are the superior being, first of all. And secondly, we are blessed with skills from God, naturally created with those. So we do have those skills that definitely could be advanced, sharpened, fine-tuned, implemented in different ways, and monetized eventually literally to make us more money, to make us more money, to give us more sources of income. However, there are a lot of new developing advanced skills that have come up in the last year at least that you could actually dive into that would yield you more money. There are so many easy things, and I think with our evolving tech social media platforms these days, there are much more easier ways to achieve things these days. People don't even take advantage of that enough. Things have been made so simple and easy. For instance, content creation has been made so easy with these different tools for automation, for auto editing, AI. It is so easy to make content these days that people are not utilizing it enough. And I think we all are tired, which that could be a separate video, because I know we're all dealing with some form of fatigue. However, things have been made so easy with tech these days. Try your best, no matter how little, no matter how small that knowledge is, try and learn something new. I've spoken about digital marketing so many times. That's because it is so big right now. It is one of the best and simple, easy ways to make money as a woman online. But there are so many other things. Just sit down and do your research. Investing in your skills. If you do have to spend a little money to get that knowledge, certifications, courses, coaching classes, spend it. Spend the money. It'll be the best value for your money. I 100% recommend. It is something that you would always get back in 200 folds. And to be honest, sometimes you learn skills to actually teach back that skills. You don't necessarily need to practice the skill that you learned or implement that skill into a business. The business can actually be you learning that skill to teach back the skill. So get really good at it to pour that information into other people out there. Just make sure that you're investing in skills that could definitely increase your income. Third one, create an emergency fund. I haven't spoken about emergency fund a lot of times on this channel, and that's also because I haven't spoken about money so much on this channel. I did promise that this year I was going to make more financial, investment type videos, and I think I've made like 2 or 3 already this year. So pardon me, I'm getting there. It's been a crazy year for me, but I am getting myself back. I'm getting my thought back. I'm getting my head back. However, I want to make a lot of financial investment type videos, especially for women like me. I'm coming from a background where I used to fear money so much. The conversation of money, discussing money, dealing with money, checking my bank account, investment, budgeting was something that was so scary to me. It felt so intimidating to me for the longest time that I stayed away from it. And obviously, when you stay away from such conversations, you are broke. You are gonna be stuck broke because you don't know what's going on and you're not spending the right way. You're not utilizing your money the right way. You're not, doing the things that you should be doing to up your bag, right? I'm gonna be honest with you because this is a girl talking to another girl, and I understand how life can be in 2026. It doesn't matter how financially stable you are or what your background is. I think everyone is going through some type of financial hiccup here and there. Now, I understand that aspect, and so when I talk about creating an emergency fund, I'm not going to be strict and tell you it has to be this amount, right? First thing I'm going to tell you is look at your lifestyle. What lifestyle do you currently live? Realistically, how much do you need? I'm not talking about what society is asking you to need and want. I'm talking about what you specifically need to survive on a monthly basis. I want you to either double that or triple that. I know naturally I've heard people say 3 to 6 months is like the best safety net when it comes to emergency funds. I would say 2 to 3 months, depending on your lifestyle, because I feel when you start to stretch it to 3 to 6 months, it puts a lot of pressure on you. It gets scary. There are people who just abandon it completely because they're like, oh, if it's not 6 months, then it's not significant. If it's 1 month, it is more than significant. You know how you manage your money. You know the kind of lifestyle you live. So what would realistically look good to you in cases of emergency because you need it? You need to create some type of safety net when unforeseen circumstances happen. So say for instance, you get laid off abruptly, or what used to bring you money before crashes. Something unfortunate happens. What is that safety net that you can realistically run to for a while before you get back on your feet? That's what's called an emergency fund. And I would recommend that you sit with yourself, at least have 1 month. As bad as is bad, as in bad to hell and the mud, have 1 month. In 1 month, a lot can happen. You serve a living God. I believe in God. I trust 100% in God. When unforeseen situations happen, I know that it's only for just a short period of time. And I know a lot can change in 2 weeks. However, we need to be smart because women in Christ are also women that are responsible, women that have faith, women that are also, thinking with their heads. When you're praying for God to actually deliver you through the unfortunate or unforeseen situation, make sure that you have something to rely on. Make sure that you're actually planning. You're giving God something to multiply. And I will highly, highly recommend that if you've never looked into that, especially as a woman, girl, start today. Now the fourth one, invest in financial education. Look, one of the best financial investments you can ever make as a woman is financial literacy, financial education, financial knowledge. Again, going back to what I said earlier, I used to run away from this topic. Anything that concerned money, calculating the money, looking back at the money, budgeting the money, checking the balance, speaking about how to cut costs. I'm not gonna lie to you, till today, I'm not really a budgeting type of girl. I don't live my life in a box. However, I am not irresponsible. I do have a head and I do have, sight into the things that I spend my money on. I'm very conscious about it, but it's definitely somewhere there. It's not on paper or penned down. I just have that discipline to be able to manage my money in the most appropriate way, right? So I don't really believe so much in those, sheets, Excel spreads. It overwhelms me. And there's a reason why I opened up the video letting you know that if you're looking for like professional advice, it's not here, because I don't do that sticking to a script type thing with anything in life. I don't believe that's why I was created as a child of God. I don't box myself into those things, right? I don't box myself into stereotypes and just ways of doing things, especially when it involves the crowd. And when we even talk about the whole world, I don't do it the way the world wants me to do anything. God forbid. I don't know why I went that far. When it comes to those things, I used to run very far away from it because I was so scared of speaking about money. I just felt like it didn't matter how good I was with money. Someone who really had that proper financial knowledge and was doing the right thing would always see me as irresponsible. So I thought, okay, you know what? They're gonna judge me anyway, so let me stay away from them. If I run into this course or take this class or get this knowledge or get an accountant, they would always see me as irresponsible. That's not true. This does not mean you need to sit with an accountant or actually, hire an advisor, a financial advisor. This just means the little knowledge you can get in terms of what your goals are, try and investigate that knowledge. This helps you learn about money, how money works. So you're able to make smarter decisions. You're able to build the life that you want financially. You're able to build that safety net. You know what different things mean, even if it's on the basic level. The reason I keep emphasizing even if it's on a basic level, because I know how overwhelming it can get. Not everybody has the retention, the headspace, the mindset to be able to sit through those type of conversations. So I know it could be a bit heavy, too much to consume in a short period of time. So even if it's the tiniest bit of education that gives you that knowledge of money on a basic level at this point in your life, it doesn't matter where you are, 30s, 20s, 40s, 50s. If you don't have that, start getting it today. That is the one thing you need to put your headspace into. What am I missing about money? What haven't I learned about money? What are people doing with money? What are people investing in? What is a girl like me in her 20s investing in? What is a girl like me in her 30s investing in? Everybody has different lifestyles. Everybody has different goals. Everybody has different directions they're going in life. You don't necessarily have to go with everybody in your age group's path because everybody's journey is different. However, look for the one that aligns and learn. Learn what you need to learn. Learn what you need to pick up so that you understand what you're getting into. As long as you have that goal, which every human being has the goal of doing well, getting more money, flourishing financially on their list. As long as you're making money, you need to learn how to spend money. You need to learn money because you have it. No matter how small it is, you do have it. Now, how can you make that little that you have or the much that you have into something valuable and substantial? Financial literacy will never be a waste of your money. Even if you have to spend thousands on it, hundreds, millions on it, it will never be a waste of money. Now, the fifth one on my list is one that a lot of us don't think about, especially youngins like us, right? When you're in your 20s or in your 30s, you're not thinking about retirement. That's because you're just starting life. You see retirement as so far-fetched. For the most part, it could be. However, the way the world is, when we talk about retirement in my younger years, it used to be, people in their 70s, people in their 80s. When I was growing up, I would see retirement parties. My parents would go for retirement parties. It would be people in their 60s, late 60s, early 70s. However, in 2026, you can see a 30-year-old retiring. And that's because, people have made more more money in their young years lately. Our generation have been able to make money differently, quicker, different tactics, different styles, different techniques of making money lately. And for that reason, people have been retiring early. I want to talk about having a retirement savings or a retirement plan. There are a lot of companies, there are a lot of firms that actually do help with this retirement plans and retirement savings. Now, it depends on what area you work with. It depends on what your job looks like on a daily basis. It depends on if you're in a corporate world. I am in corporate. There are a lot of investment management companies, investment services companies that actually help you plan your retirement. They help you plan your future. Now, what is retirement savings? Retirement savings are simply funds and plan for your future self. When you retire, you are not able to work as much as you're working right now. How much do you have set aside to be able to sustain you while you cannot work anymore? When you're older, maybe there could be some circumstance that could make you not work again. Do you have provisions for that, right? And that is what retirement funds or retirement savings can do for you. Do what you have to do today. Sit down, Google a few things, a few places, pension providers. They will help you. You will thank yourself later. Now, that's pretty much everything that I have for you guys in this video today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Was this video helpful? I really hope it was. Share with me in the comment section below. Follow me on my socials. Again, like I said, they are down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.